I should be streaming now, and so, oh, sorry, just telling the players that I'm ready. And so, we have Lukcid, Crossli versus Vanorion. We're King of the Summit, round of 16. Let me zoom in now. Yeah, let me full screen this. Okay. So Vanorion first bans Rosin. The main reason that why he's doing that is because he's running a more debuff focused box. And Lukcid responds by first picking Liana, because otherwise you wouldn't get a dedicated healer.
Yeah, the Rosensteel ban makes sense since Vanorion is running like three or four debuffers.
Yeah, Listel.
Lukcid is confident in taking away the Alastriel instead of the normal first ban Rosensteel because I think he probably assumed that Vanorion would not be first picking Rosensteel and he has still had like a bunch of single target in his box right now.
Yeah, Lucid's box isn't too heavy on the debuff. He can just go a single target route.
So he follow up with the two healers. Like Rosen is two, so he can open up his debuffer, and Florentia, so he can so to prevent the synergy with Hilda.
I'm surprised that he banned Florentia over Liana though.
I think you can easily overwhelm Diana with other debuffers now. Also, like if you look at Vanorian box, there's no assassins,
Yeah.
so it's a very easy ban for Luxus because you can just target ban healer when your opponent doesn't have anyone to snipe your debuffers.
Yeah, the other thing is we saw Hilda first pick, which Luke said was getting that route, so.
Okay, so Vanorion take away the Himiko is a pretty good ban after the second pick Landius. Himiko is also a very dangerous debuffer if you pick Liana because it will force you to gospel her.
Yeah.
And if you if you don't gospel Liana and you stay away from your team, like 1-3C from Himiko can just prevent Liana from reaching and kill.
Yeah, she could just get locked down in the fog or whatever. And Sky Archer is really hard to position. Himiko can usually hit it anyway.
Yeah, and most Himiko can actually one shot the Skyatcher as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vanorian is taking away the follow-up debuffer after the Kroger.
I don't know about you guys, but if I was Vanorion, I would have probably first picked Rosen.
There's not a lot of good follow-up pick on Vanorian after the Hilda. Um, to be honest, like I don't think Hilda is that good versus Lux's team because he's banned Himiko already, right? 'Cause, like if you pick Hilda, you don't really need to overly focus on banning Himiko, but I guess he's just trying to take away the debuffers. And there's like he
At that
already
at this point,
he
there is
already
no strong follow up for the Kruger debuffs.
no, I think Ares is a really good follow up for Kruger right now. Yeah, that's why he banned. That's why he banned Juggler.
Yeah, the AoE damage.
Yeah, and the
So
the
like
P2
normally when you
Ares,
play AoE debuff, I want to say that like you don't really need to pick two debuffers. You just need one and good AoE follow up.
P2 Ares into P1 Ares is also a little bit rough.
Yeah.
I think either Landius is good here.
Voltl doesn't look like he'll do much. Yeah, I think Liko would be a lot better because she would provide some healing. And the thing is, with Bozel here, he won't be able to reach.
My guess is that's not a Bracer Liko then, because otherwise you could masturbate the Liko into having the Ares try to kill her or something.
I guess there's also concern from Ares just one-shotting the Liko.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if it's Bracer, you're fine, but it must not be Bracer.
Yeah. You can tell that from the band pick. Because Liko versus AoE comp looks... Well, I guess Ares can run single target, and TJS is most likely going to be single target as well.
I think like he can actually go AoE on just this game.
I agree with that. Just run Meteor.
If you look at Vanorion team, like aside from Ares, like most of these team are pretty slow. While on
Yeah,
Lux's side, both TJS and Kruger can easily follow up if like he opened with an Ares.
yeah, there's not a lot of healing from Vanorian's side, whereas Lukcid has TJS and Liana to keep his team sustained, but there is Liana on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, unless they ban Landius first, I don't really love first pick Hilda right now.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in the game. What we see immediately is that Lucid's Landius is Overlord's badge.
Please give me a command.
Interesting that Vanorion is using
English.
voice.
Yeah, I haven't heard those, and I'm...
That was, like, very off-putting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think like I don't really like this setup from Liana if she's a soul healer. Like if you have like prayer, gospel, and again, it means like you're very vulnerable when you have like some downtime in your heal.
Yeah,
Generally,
especially
I
when
still-
Liana is your only healer.
Yeah. Like generally, I still bring normal heal if she is the soul healers. Like I would only bring like 2 cast skill if there's someone else as well, like Liko or Florentia.
And we see AoE Ares. He is trying to capitalize off of those Kruger debuffs.
Also, like moving Liana first is kind of dangerous, right? Because
Can't
Very dangerous.
You can't dispel any of Kruger's debuffs or anything like that.
yeah,
You also take away your act again, which will let Lukcid be quite a bit more aggressive.
Yeah. Because Lucid still has his act again on deck.
yeah. He still hit app again, and like
Plus
And
this
Ares?
teleport play. But doesn't opt for it.
I can hardly wait.
Jesus, Lestel in English.
because right now, like Luxi can actually pull at least like 2 or 3 people from Vanorion. I'm
And
not sure
then-
if he want to pull her, but he already strengthened the Kruger, so he can actually combo with Ares if he wants to.
Yeah, because he has turn priority. So probably what we see is Liana moving, because Lukcid doesn't want to give up turn priority. And then after that, we might see an Ares swap, or an Ares pull.
So he does bring Meteor on Sensei Jessica as we
Yeah.
thought. Which is, I think, is the better choice. You don't really need teleport because when your team is already outrange.
Yeah, this composition supports getting an AoE finish much more, especially when you're fighting Hilda.
Yeah, it's smart too because Ares isn't going to be able to go in and kill anything. Maybe the Ares if he has a Slayer's emblem, but he needs to kind of combo things to actually get anything done here.
Yeah, and Vanorion's team, they're a lot slower leg. They need some time to get in range of Lukcid's team.
But it's a pretty durable team, right? Because like Bozo and Listel are generally pretty pokey, and Liana has Strike Maiden, so it's not gonna be easy to actually get a kill from comboing like 2 AoE. Also, this is a Holy Sensei Jessica, so it's probably a Keep Up Eternal like build for better sustain.
Yeah. And really, yeah, there's no opening for Ares here. He could risk it on T-Jess, but that's exactly what it says, it's a risk. Especially with Atlanteus around, preventing that crit.
Yeah, it's a pretty big gamble. Like, it would be better for him if he can actually open with a my board from Listel, and like
Yeah.
with a my board, and then you can just go in.
Yeah, that's what Vanorion's comp is waiting for, and that's why it's a lot slower. Bozo also needs to get in range.
I don't really understand prayer.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff that can go in on Vanorion's side. Usually you bring prayer to support a DPS that goes in, and in this comp there's pretty much just Ares, but Ares can't just go in without the other people being in range anyway. Oh god, I need to bring up my Twitch chat. I just realized I'm so bad. Okay, my Twitch chat is now up.
So he's kind of baiting. To be honest, I think like when TGS is on 3, so C pretty safe anyway. But Vanorion can just move Listel and Bozo ahead and threaten and again. But
Yeah, this will be interesting to see if Vanorion falls for what seems to be master bait.
yeah, after this now TGS gonna have Boden again and can actually reach with the meteor. This is a really good positioning for Lukcid because like all 3 of his characters can actually reach and do the combo right now. Meanwhile, from Vanorion, like I think only Ares can reach, and Listel and Bozo they both need like either Lukcid to initiate on them to use the skill, or they need a Liana.
Yeah,
But if he move Liana right now, like Lukcid could just go all in with Kroger and Ares.
yeah,
And then
Vanorion's
it's really hard to recover.
Vanorion's only play for follow-up here would be to AoE that T-Jess from the center tile, and then that would pull everybody into Mindbore range, but I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, that's what I would do as well, to be honest. Like, try to do that, and then
And
because
now
like
we see
right now, if he
for-
just Yeah, if you just pull back like and you're gonna get eat like a
You lost the initiative of the game. You also put Ares in range of the Kruger AoE when he could have been one tile back and not in range of that.
And now if you use prayer, then you lose the ability again. But if you use act again, then you is like the Liana has a very big chance to die to Ares.
Yeah.
So it's a really tough choice. And the Lissel cannot reach because she got like broken left.
Well, that Liana, 777 HP. Yeah, it's pretty in
Yeah,
Ares
because
range.
Stride Maiden is broken. Like if you use again right now, like Lukcid can just go in with the Ares and kill Liana immediately.
Yeah. So you kind of have to use prayer here, right?
I can
Uh,
hardly wait.
yeah, but I think like I think the problem start with the with the move before. Like I would just go in with Ares instead of moving him back.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Please give me a command.
Or at least if you move him back, don't put him in range of that Kruger
Yeah.
AoE.
Yeah.
I don't think like even Mage Liana would survive Ares without Stride Maiden and like 60% HP. Then
So maybe there's some consideration for the positioning here. Like you could act again Ares from 2 tiles behind Hilda, right?
yeah, but now I think
And
like
yeah, this Liana
I
should
think
be
Liana's
dead.
dead.
Easily dead.
And even Bozo.
Bozo's gonna die here too.
Yeah.
Like he just still have meteor. Yeah, that both.
That was a crit. And the thing is, Hilda is weak against AoE comps versus Landius. A lot of people take for granted that 30% crit reduction, that 15% range damage reduction, and even the healing that Landius 3C provides. And Hilda does nothing versus AoE.
Yeah, like Landy's aura is just like one of the most broken aura in the game. To be
Yeah,
honest.
it really is.
It's actually the main reason why people use Landis. It's not really
Yeah.
his tanking capability. It's only his aura and his faction buff.
Even in a
Make him so
comp,
broken.
even in a comp where Landius isn't buffing anybody, he's still really good because he just provides so much
this gonna
utility.
kill. This gonna kill Kruger. That.
But it really should not be enough. There's no healer left on Vanorian side.
Yeah, TJS and Liana position can
Yeah.
easily out sustain you. Even if you Reaper charge the Liana, like the TJS can just heal people back. It's like having a second healer with the holy build.
Yep, I'm just gonna black out my screen. Although, yeah, they did best of 3, so yeah. But still, black out my screen. So players in this phase, they the first player chooses their map and the pick order they would like. The other player gets to decide next. And you can make any box swaps you would like in between those 2 matches. So that's kind of what we're seeing. We won't. Oh wait, no, this is best of 3, isn't it? Shit. Yeah, this is a best of 3 because I thought I was casting group stage, but no, I'm casting King of the Summit. So, we see some minor box swaps for both players.
So Lukcid bring in 3 glory DPS. This is a very heavy single target composition box.
The shelf anneal from Vanorian side is interesting.
Chavanel is okay if you got a Landius first pick, like he just got. Um,
But we're gonna see
I
first
think,
pick Hilda here, and then Ange is gonna be useless, right?
yeah, Angie is pretty hard right now to use if like opponent get Hilda. You can still use
Yeah.
her as a double AoE characters with 3C and Dragon Breath.
Yeah, no, her AoE damage is really solid. But pushing is just not gonna happen. Lukcid doesn't even have to think about it because he has that held up.
Yeah, so he's immediately banned Juggler, Florentia, and Rosensteel is like heavily indicating that he's gonna pick up AoE characters. Right now, like Shelfanio and Ares and Listel, those three are like probably his best second pick if he want to do the AoE composition. However, like Lukcid still have both Sigma and Mario up, and they are very good at assassinating
Yeah,
AoE people.
they just prevent your follow up, and then you're kind of screwed.
Also, I have to mention that Lancer Landius is very vulnerable to Noemi, whereas like Hilda isn't really, since
Yeah,
like Noemi can bring Ice Spell and it forced like Lancer Landius to bring Guardian Infantry or Templar Knight to tank her.
so
So
you think
that will open up some other better troops from other single target if you pick it up.
yeah, you think Lucid's playing the longer game here, trying to find some opportunities with Noemi?
Yeah, Luxus is also immediate ban Shelfanio and Ares, so he
Yeah, he
kind of
knows
see the
he can't
yeah,
play
you
that
know
long
exactly
game.
what he's playing. You know exactly what he's gonna play.
Those are the two strongest win conditions against playing a longer game, Shelf and Nail, because you cannot handle her repeated AoE burst, and Ares he can push you out of mid.
Chakra is pretty interesting. I honestly think Chakra AoE is kind of weak, and to be honest, like I don't really pick him that often right now, unless like the opponents go heavy damage AoE, which Lux is definitely not going to do. He's going to pick up single target here.
I think what Vanorion is relying on is Juggler locking down that Hilda, but there is Ram from Hilda, or even Route.
Yeah, the thing is, if you want to do that, like you need some very strong like single target striker to make use of it, like Elwin. But he
Yeah,
just not picking up Elwin. He's just going for AoE combo here.
and after this round of bans, there won't be anything like that.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he need to ban Himiko. Like to be honest, like of the four of Lux's last pick, like I would
You got
say like yeah,
Rosin.
I'll ban Odious and Julia. Like
Yeah,
I don't
no.
think Himiko is a threat when you have like Rosen and Doc and Landis is kind of useless as the last pick as well.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think Odious and Yulia are the bans here. And Vanorion agrees.
Yeah, it's a pretty good condition to pick Angelina here. Like at least you can alternate like Listel or do double AoE.
Okay, so with that last Ange pick, Ange kind of feels like a useless pick here, doesn't she?
Angie?
Yeah.
I think you if you go like double AoE, it's
Yeah.
okay. You can still pull Listel and Juggler ahead.
What you're hoping for with Ange here is that you get some nice Listel play that enables Ange to snipe some stuff.
Yeah, and on this map she still have like her trees RNG to sometimes like break a stalemate.
And Lukcid does have Elwyn, but we're fighting two tanks, Landius and Juggler. Juggler
Yeah.
in this situation should usually bring Stone Colossus, and a lot of times Elwyn is fishing for dispelling that 2-range guard, and when you're fighting 2 tank, you can't do that. And
Yeah.
also there's a Rosin, so Juggler doesn't even need to be Blood Pact.
Yeah, also like there's a huge troops choice mind game going around here. Like what troops like Elwyn gonna bring, what troops Juggler gonna bring. Because like Elwyn does have the option to go with infantry troops.
Yeah,
And
he
the
can play the
problem is
slower
in
game.
this map like infantry troop is not that good.
Those poles in the middle really fuck things up. And Spike MH says Vanorion going tanky team and leaving Noemi is risky. Yeah, because Noemi can pretty much snipe whatever.
I'll be right back then. Just got something.
No problem, no problem. You take your time.
Instant strike.
Okay, so immediately we see from Ange, she is running Tidal Surge, Alternate, and 3C. That kind of build is more suited to stalling, but versus Hilda prevents the displacement from Ange pushing people. She doesn't prevent the stun, so that's kind of what you're fishing for, but it's only a 25% chance per unit, so it's not a great opportunity.
Come on, everyone! Just a bit more!
This English Landius, oh my god. Yeah, 20%. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me, Spike.
Bestow your power upon me!
Bestow your power upon me. What is that? Is that what he's been saying this entire time? Damn. It's pretty cringe, I know. But hey, you know, it's better than no audio, right?
What do you want me to do this time?
What do you want me to do this time? Instant strike. Oh, I'm sorry, I just find these English voices really funny. So yeah, I don't feel with the skill set Ange can do much. I really feel like she needed to bring Dragon Breath. If you bring Dragon Breath, then between Listel, Juggler, you have a good chance to potentially snipe some units with that AoE combo. There is no Juggler on Luke's side.
I can hardly wait.
This English Juggler. It's nowhere near as good.
Hardly wait.
But yeah, so the point about Elwyn not being able to easily remove guard is very relevant. Juggler bringing Stone Colossus on this map is just fine. You have a Rosin Seal. She can prevent the heal block immunity from Juggler, yeah. And Juggler can, it doesn't matter if his water gets dispelled because there are plenty of tiles. But if you use Trident early like this, such as Landius should have guard priority, so this is a fine move. Juggler shouldn't take it over. Yeah, Juggler should have guard priority. Or wait, should Juggler have guard priority? Yeah, you know, shit, you're right. So this is actually a bit risky. Elwyn can go in here, and there's a chance. Yeah, Landius was below at deployment, which means that Juggler should have the guard priority. So Lukcid can go in on Listel. He can dispel the water. he shouldn't necessarily kill the dog, and dog has 1 stack of rosin immunity, so that means the heal block won't go through. But Lukcid doesn't need to play that safe, or that aggressive, rather. He also needs to cast his buff first. Yeah, no, that's definitely an aggressive option with the... Oh, and we see immediate act again with Noemi. And she just pushes the damage onto that Lanius immediately. What this does is it forces some... It doesn't necessarily force the healer to move,
What do you want me to do this time?
because Lanius didn't lose a life. Or did he lose life? Yeah, I think he did lose a life because I'm looking at the counter. It's Freeze Strike versus Double Lancer. So yeah, that should be pretty expected. And I would say Noemi can die here if only Ange had Dragon Breath. Because she could pull that Listel, and then actually no, she wouldn't even get act again off of that. So Lux's positioning is very good. And now Lanius is dead.
Okay, I'm back.
What's up,
Seems
Sui?
Always
Is that how I say your name, Sui? I always forget. You hear me, Sui?
Yeah, sorry, that was a phone call.
No, you're good.
I actually named my character after a singer. I think her pronunciation is Say, but like everyone in the community just calls me Sui
Yeah.
now, so I kind of like taking it. I actually like how it sounds, so it
Yeah.
just call me Sui. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this looks pretty bad for Vanorion.
Wait, where's the Hilda? Is
No,
Nomi kill with like 2 attacks?
Yeah,
Where's the
no.
Lanyards?
Lukcid just went in with Noemi act again from... Or yeah, he acted again Noemi. He took Lanius's first life because it was Trent's, and then he just immediately killed Lanius after Listel went in.
Yeah, that's the problem with Landius versus Noemi. Like you have to go
Guardian
another
Infantry.
troops. Yeah. You got to go like Guardian Infantry or Templar Knight against her. But if you go those 2 troops, like Elwin
Yeah.
will shred Landius apart. So that's the how you play single target right now versus tank. You force them onto a certain soldier and you pick someone that's good versus
Yeah.
that kind of soldiers.
The thing is, Elwin won't kill Green Landius even if he has Guardian Infantry, though.
Yeah, and now this ending
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like super dead.
This is just super dead. Vanorion basically has no chance here.
Yeah, it works with Elwin and Sigma as well because like Elwin can bring cavalry while Sigma can bring cyber. So they are very good tag team in killing like
Yeah.
tanks like Juggler with Stone Colossus or Landius.
No, I've seen some people taking the strat of first picking Sigma with Twilight Star, and then second picking Elwin, and that will usually force the Juggler on a Stone Colossus, and then Sigma might be able to kill with Twilight Star. But on this map, there's so much water, you can't rely on dispelling it.
Yeah, you can't really say is like bad soldier choice either because like what else are you gonna bring like the best of the best is probably going like Templar Knight, but even Templar Knight will fall to Elwin and Noemi like repeated single target.
Yeah, I agree.
I think.
But it prevents that Landius from getting one shot to begin with, and maybe Landius just needs to take a couple turns, right?
Yeah. You also see like Lukcid is bringing like Dark Guard on Landius just so he can outdo the enemy Landius because he knows it's gonna be like Lancer troops.
Yeah. And Ellen's just dead here. But it's 3v4. Jug burn 3C, right?
Yeah, Chuck burn both PC and B shot.
So now
So-
there's no opportunity for any sort of Listel play. Listel already used Blood Dance, and it's just a slow game from Lukcid here.
Yeah, he can just like keep using Noemi to
Yeah.
kill, and Juggler like Magic Card is gonna run soon anyway. And he has a gang with 4 people, so it's really big turn advantage.
Yeah, you got Mind more, but then Liana just purges it. Oh, but Reapers. So Lukcid does have Hilda, Lanius left, so maybe the DPS disadvantage isn't that great.
Yeah, so you also kind of see the problem with Listel in this meta. Like other debuffers, sometimes you can play around Rosen still. But Listel is just like non-negotiable. You have to ban Rosen to make it
Yeah.
work. And if you pick her, she like her range is kind of bad, and
Yeah.
like her most impactful AOE is Blood Dance, and she has like a like really close, and we kind of passed the time where Listel is like super tanky against single target. Like now a lot of single target DPS
Twilight
actually
Star.
take her out. Yeah, and Twilight Star as well.
Yeah, she has to bring demon troops, so those troops aren't great against magic damage.
It would be like really good if she has like werewolves.
Yeah, that would be
Werewolf would
nice.
sort a lot of her problems actually.
Just tank Ellen, whatever. Run that blood pack Listel.
I think this turn is the turn that Juggler die to Noemi, or maybe Lux is gonna wait until like her 3C comes up.
Yeah, we saw that it was Genius Staff, I think. And that juggler looks kind of dead to me. He is in water, though.
What do you want me to do this time?
Why go fast when you can just win going slow? And it's,
Yeah, and Listel kind of out of skill soon.
yeah, I mean, here you have heal block, but you have nothing to take advantage of it. And yeah, Spike MH points out, the magic art is down. I don't think Listel should be dead here regardless. And Sun Slash Landius. And so now, even despite this damage, well, after Rosenheal, no,
Yeah,
Liana
kinda
can't heal.
disagree. Yeah, I kind of disagree with Gospel on Landius earlier. Like I would just Gospel Noemi, to be honest.
Yeah,
But I guess like Liana is finger anyway, so it's not like it's gonna matter much.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. Yeah. Okay. So.
oh, but he just goes for the act again, and he's gonna
Yeah.
try to kill this dog.
Will it kill her? Should kill her.
I think so, but I'm not sure. Because dog does have that talent that has missing HP, giving damage reduction. But yeah, it kills. And now Vanorion has almost no option here. He can
You
go,
can go for the
yeah.
Hail Mary. That
So this is his only option, and if it doesn't do anything, then it's done. Okay, Noemi dies.
it does
But-
kill, but I don't think Listel can repeatedly tank Landius with Docker and Hilda with Liana again.
Yeah, they both have their indoors. Rosin stuck. It would have been potentially nice if she could hit that Liana there. And after this turn, Liana's healing will be back up. And Lukcid just going for the Rosin kill. But we see fixed immune on this Rosin, so that means Mettering, right?
Yeah. Probably Madrid or Bracer.
Yeah, Mettering or Bracer. This time I'm actually right about that.
Okay, so
Hardly wait.
if Finger actually come up this turn, then I think Vanorion might have a chance because he can actually
Vanorian's,
Finger
yeah.
Liana. Yeah,
Yeah, he's just
but
GGing. There's no
not.
chance.
But it's not. So it's this turn like one of those two gonna die.
Yeah, so,
Very very well played by Lukcid, and
yeah.
you kind of it's kind of interesting to see like he used like two different strategy both game, like one AoE and one single target. So, and congratulations for Luxis for reaching I think top 8 now.
Yeah, no, that this was a top 16 game, Vanorion versus Lukcid.
And
You cut out? Are we dead?
yeah.
Okay, no, I hear you now. Do you have any closing thoughts?
I think like from bandpick wise, like Vanorion bandpick is pretty decent as well. I like the
Yeah.
team in game one. His team on game one is very good, especially on this map on that map. I think it just maybe using like unit turn order a little bit differently, and he could have a pretty good chance against Luxid.
Maybe he was impatient.
No, I think like he has to be more aggressive. Like
Oh.
you can't just let Luxis to uh, stand outside of
Yeah.
your and just like repeatedly like
Punch
throw
you.
AoE at you. Yeah. And on game two, I didn't catch the early. I think it's just come down to troops choice. And
Yeah, no, if
yeah,
Landius doesn't die there, then
yeah.
that game can develop a lot more, but Landius just got one shot by Noemi, again because
Yeah.
he ran double green and Noemi used free strike.
Yeah. And maybe game two he could have banned. I think I would have banned Elwin if it was a like heavy single target box. Like I would just early ban Elwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because like I don't think he has to ban like Mario that early since like he has like Glandius, Jacper, Rosenseal, and he
Yeah.
picked up like Listel later. It's like I don't think Mario's gonna kill any of those four, so you can actually go for the early ban Elwin. Because like Elwin just kind of force you on Lancers, like very big disadvantage when opponent can just pick some other single target and target your troops.
The read there tells me that they're uncomfortable with fighting Mario, and maybe they should try to stretch out of that.
Yeah. I think most debuff players like they don't really like playing playing against Mario, but you kind of have to learn her and know like what she kill and what she can kill.
Yeah.
You ban pick accordingly.
Well, thank you for joining me, Sui.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and
Anytime.
nice casting with you.
I know, finally. But yeah, this will be the end of my stream. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and you have a good night. Bye.